A warm hello and welcome. I'm Coach Ray, your go-to for narration and conversations on topics that keep you alive and well-ish. Join me for practical tips, expert insight, and motivational stories that help you build a better life. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to discuss the topic of self-compassion. Self-compassion is really just about learning to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would treat a loved one or a close friend. It's what helps you bounce back when things get tough, and it's what keeps you from getting stuck in that self-criticism cycle. I'm going to read you the article that I wrote titled Self-Compassion, the Missing Ingredient for Your Personal Growth. I'll post the original link below. Now, if you've ever felt like you're too hard on yourself or you want a healthier way to grow, stay tuned. This might be exactly what you need. I read all the books, downloaded every productivity app, and even given meditation a try. Well, sort of. I've been stretching myself on this personal growth journey, chasing goals, and feeling like a breakthrough is just around the corner. But despite all my efforts, something still feels off. It's like I'm climbing a steep hill, weighed down, and questioning whether I'm even capable of reaching the top. The self-improvement world is all about pushing harder and doing more and never settling. But what if we took the time to turn inward with a bit of kindness and patience? In my coaching practice and personal life, I've seen this pattern of powering through over and over. It makes me think that the missing something to our success might just be self-compassion. Unlike self-esteem, which depends on success and comparison, self-compassion is about giving yourself understanding and kindness, especially when things don't go as planned. It's that little ingredient that can turn anyone's personal growth journey from a lumpy mud pie into a mouth-watering bakery treat. Dr. Kristen Neff, the leading researcher on self-compassion, emphasizes treating yourself with care during difficult times is fundamental to our health and personal growth. Neff breaks down self-compassion into 3 components. Number 1, self-kindness versus self-judgment. Self-compassion involves acknowledging your pain or mistakes and offering yourself kindness rather than harsh criticism. It's about saying to yourself, I'm doing the best I can in this moment, rather than spiraling into self-blame. Number 2, common humanity versus isolation. Self-compassion helps you recognize that everyone makes mistakes and experiences problems. By seeing your struggles as part of the shared human experience, you avoid feeling isolated in your suffering. Number 3, mindfulness versus over-identification. Mindfulness, as Neff explains, is about being aware of your feelings without letting them define you. Instead of being overwhelmed by negativity, you observe your emotions with curiosity and give yourself space to process them. Neff's research shows that self-compassion is strongly associated with emotional well-being, less anxiety, and healthier approach to setbacks. Instead of motivating yourself with harshness and judgment, try motivating yourself with compassion, with care. Brené Brown's work on vulnerability and shame ties closely to the concept of self-compassion. Brown argues that vulnerability, or the willingness to show up and be seen without guarantees, lies at the heart of personal growth. However, vulnerability requires a solid foundation of self-compassion. Without self-compassion, we hide behind perfectionism or avoid taking risks because we fear failure and the negativity that's also often associated with it. Brown says, you can't practice compassion with other people if you can't treat yourself kindly. In her research, she found that those who embrace their imperfections are more resilient and able to engage fully in life. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. Both Neff and Brown emphasize that self-compassion fosters resilience. When you make a mistake or face rejection, instead of beating yourself up, self-compassion allows you to learn, recalibrate, and move forward. While practices like meditation and journaling are common for developing self-compassion, here are a couple of out-of-the-box ideas to help you embrace kindness towards yourself. Idea number 1, make a self-compassion playlist. Music has a profound impact on our emotions and mindset. Create a playlist that boosts your self-compassion. Choose songs that evoke feelings of warmth, understanding, and comfort. Make this playlist your go-to when you're struggling or feeling down on yourself. Let the music remind you to offer yourself the kindness that you deserve. Idea number 2, the best friend exercise. When you're struggling with self-criticism, try writing yourself a letter as if you were your best friend or someone who loves you unconditionally, like your grandma or your dog. What would your best friend say to you in this moment? How would they offer you support and care? This exercise helps you shift from your own critical voice and tap into the empathy and understanding that you naturally offer others. Idea number 3, create a growth collage or Pinterest board. Instead of focusing solely on your next goal or ambition, create a visual representation that shows your journey, your mistakes, triumphs, and everything in between. This isn't about highlighting your accomplishments. It's about celebrating how far you've come. Acknowledge the moments you've overcome adversity and how you've shown up for yourself. By visually recognizing your progress, you can cultivate a sense of compassion for your imperfect yet beautiful path. And idea number 4, the inner board of advisors. Identify the parts of yourself that you struggle with, like your inner critic or perfectionist, and then give them playful names like Judgy Joe or Dumbelina. Then create a mental board of advisors made up of childhood heroes, cartoon characters, historical figures, or people that you admire. When you're feeling down, ask your inner board of advisors to offer advice and support for that part of you. For example, imagine that you're feeling overwhelmed by self-doubt. Take a moment to sit with that feeling and invite your board of advisors into the conversation. Maybe Wonder Woman encourages you to be brave, Yoda offers calm wisdom, and Brene Brown gives you permission to be vulnerable. Allow each member to offer advice and compassion to that struggling part of yourself. This imaginative exercise helps you interact with your inner struggles with compassion and playfulness, turning that self-criticism into an opportunity for reflection and growth. If your personal growth journey feels stuck or strained, it might be time to stop pushing and start listening. Listen to your own needs, your struggles, and your emotions. Kristen Neff and Brene Brown offer a wealth of resources showing that extending your self-understanding, even in the face of failure, fosters greater resilience, creativity, and joy. At the end of the day, self-compassion is not about letting yourself off the hook or avoiding accountability. It's about recognizing that you're human and that growth isn't linear. When you give yourself the grace to fail and learn without self-criticism, that steep hill becomes less strenuous. The heavy load you've been carrying feels lighter, and the climb returns to an achievable goal. So next time you're faced with a challenge or setback, instead of asking, "How can I be better?" try asking, "How can I be kinder to myself?" That might just be the missing ingredient that we all need for true, lasting growth. You just listened to me read the article that I wrote titled Self-Compassion, the Missing Ingredient for Personal Growth. I hope you found some valuable techniques in here that you're willing to try. I'm always curious who makes up people's internal board of advisors, so if you're willing to share, please comment below and let me know who you admire and invite into those difficult conversations with yourself. Thank you again for joining me today. I want to extend a bit of love and gratitude to everyone who has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate you. Please continue to share with your friends if you think this would help anyone that you know. Remember, it's not about reaching a destination. It's about embracing the beautiful messiness of life and enjoying the journey. Take what you need, leave the rest. Know that I'm thinking about all of you. And until next time, stay well.